Merry Christmas. So all of our outside work is done, so we're in this little shop we have set up to get this glass put back together and cut. And so what we're doing now is cleaning off the old butyl and caulking and cleaning the panes. So they're back to prepping like they originally were, putting them together, you know, minus a few scratches, because they're 36 years old. So it's a tempered glass. It's called a solar temp, and that makes it difficult for us. I mean, it makes it good for us because, you know, it makes the glass that much stronger, but it makes it harder for us to cut, and we do have some cuts where the glass ends there and it ends over here. We got to make some cuts, and then when them verticals go up to meet the top, there's some cuts. So that should be interesting. But in the meantime, we're cleaning these up, and we're using like a flat scraper, razor scraper. And then we're just using a regular utility knife to separate it. And we slide these wedges in as we cut to keep tension on the spacer. Now their spacer that they had in there was a aluminum style. We just had got our delivery. We have the new foam style. And both styles of spacers have a, I don't know how to pronounce it, if it's a desiccant bead. And what that does is it absorbs the moisture that gets trapped in between the panes. You'll actually absorb moisture. So here's your old aluminum spacer. And you know, you see that little space? Right there is where the moisture can go in there, and the little beads absorb it. So, but our new spacer is, these were quarter. Our new space is 5/8. Gives a little bit more air space and helps with the U value. And one pane has a color to it, which is a light green, and the other pane is clear. So the color goes on the outside, the clear on the inside, because it diffuses the UV rays coming from the sun, and that helps with the in summertime, keeps the space cooler. All right, guys, we got the wider ones done up. Now we're doing the narrow ones. And by the way, if I never mentioned that these horizontals are all wider and the narrow ones are all narrow. So those are like these are like 20 inches, and these narrower ones are like 17 and a half. So like 2.5 inch difference. Anyways, that's it. Just a quick one on how we're doing. We're going to be installing a space heater too. It's all set up with the thermal cutoff, and the gas is ready to rock and roll, and the electricity's there, and the thermostat, and we even have a smoking carbon in here, because we got to get good temperature in here when we're going to be doing our sealing between the spacer and the glazing. We need consistent temperature, and these little heaters can't do that when it gets real cold out. We can't really fluctuate the temperature in here with these, but we can with a thermostat. So we can control the temperature swing and differential with this thermostat. We can control how that heat comes on and off. So it's a good size unit, and then it's going to be able to heat this space with no insulation in the space. So you can see the unistrut's ready to, with the threaded rod, it's ready to hang there. And then we've got our B-vent ready to just pipe out the plywood with the wall thimble and the cap. Everything's all ready. The unit's coming in a couple days, and we're going to fire that up, because we're getting closer to getting ready to put some of these together and see how it goes. Alright guys, that's it. Just sharing how we're making out and what we're up to. If anyone was wondering what the heck we've been doing, we've been trying to clean these things. I mean, they take a little time, but they do pull apart, and then you do have to just use a lot of blades to clean off the old caulking on the exterior with silicone, and in between the panes is the butyl, the hot butyl. That's it for now, guys. Just a quick one, and we'll share some more as we make more progress. So if we don't see you by then, have a good new year, and we'll see you on the next one.